Hey there, Annies and Natties, Fox Logic here, and I think it's time to get a move on. So off the camera, did a whole ton of farming, and I've pretty much cleared out the majority of Irby Island. Some trees have come back, but yeah, this would definitely get me noticed if this was an official server and I had an alpha tribe that was looking for this kind of thing. So I'd have to move anyway. So, off the camera, I used up a lot of the resources that I had farmed to get started on my base. I made sure that my smithy is empty. Um, so yeah, to get started on my base, I went ahead and made a bed, 6 foundations, so that way I can start making my crafting area, 4 large storage boxes, 4 behemoth stone dinosaur gateways, and also 4 behemoth reinforced dinosaur gates to put into the gateways. So that is basically the start of my hopefully forever base. What I am personally looking for and in a base is I would like to be near water. So that way I can easily bring water into my base for cooking and for farming. Um, I also don't really want to be anywhere near major areas where in case people are using this for official servers, I don't want to be near areas that are normally inhabited by alpha tribes. So I kind of want it to be a unique little spot with water. Maybe some cool things like big trees that I can put tree platforms on, or with a deep enough pool that I can keep my deep sea dinosaurs in. Um, but this map is one of the smaller maps. It's not going to have a whole ton, but there are some pretty good places. Now, starting at the Green Obi, some of the most sought after spots, which are usually taken by the time you log into a server, would be the Spiral. Now, the Spiral at first glance looks just kind of like a tree clustered hill, but when you remove the trees, it does actually look like a spiral, which is pretty cool. Another spot, which I have affectionately called Area 51, I did have a major base here when I was on official servers, but it is one of the flat places. Pretty much any place that is flat will already be taken. And on the island, there are not very many flat places. From there, the Redwoods is pretty cool. Some people will find large bases in the Redwoods. The tree platforms are really neat. When it comes to tree platforms, though, if you hit it with a rocket launcher a couple times, you destroy the base. So they are pretty easy to raid. The next thing from the Redwoods would be the pillar where the Giga Dossier or Explorer's Note can be found. This one is usually almost always taken. It's a nice little flat area. It does have some metal up there, but a lot of the times alpha tribes will go, you know what? There's metal in other places. This is fine. It's really easy to defend your base from this spot, as you can put turrets on either side of the canyon that it sits in, and you can't just walk up onto a base built on this pillar with a Giga and some Brontos. So it's a really easy spot to defend, which is why it's almost always taken. From there, if you head north, you will find the elusive Oasis. The Oasis is an excellent spot and super easy to defend. If you can line the edges of the Oasis with turrets, you'll almost always not find any issues with defending. It's a really easy spot to defend. Now from there, go south towards the Red Obi. You will find a really great spot that is near the River Styx, where you'll find a waterfall and some deep water. This spot isn't always taken, but it is a really nice little spot. Now near that one is the plateau, which is a big open space with a lot of flat ground, and this one is almost always taken. With that, the crown jewel of finding a good spot to build on the server would probably have to be the iceberg. The iceberg is probably the most sought after place to build, as the iceberg itself has some natural defenses with walls. So you can build a little spot inside of the iceberg and then put up a bunch of walls around your base, and you will still be at the mercy of raiders that have turrets on their boats, but they're going to have a hard time getting to the interior of the iceberg. Plus, that's one of the hardest places to build and to live because of the cold weather. Unless you are properly insulated, you will die without that insulation in the colder areas. So this actually just being in the snow biome will help thwart against casual raiders. I personally would like to be in the snow biome, but I am not prepared. So I kind of avoid the place. For me, I did find a nice little area to build inside of the redwoods. There is a little oasis in the redwoods. It's not quite like the oasis that's up north, but I did find pretty much a lot of the things that I was looking for to build. This is really weird. Sometimes the gammas of fog in the game make things look like one of those pop-out posters. Anyway, but yeah, those are normally the areas that will have people built or have had already built a base, and I typically recommend avoiding those areas if you are just starting and have joined a server that's been up for a little while. If you do find that one of those areas is clear, great, build on it. If it's just you, I wouldn't, because the second somebody joins your server with a group and goes, you know what, I really want that spot, they'll take your base down. They'll demolish you. So it's best to just try to find a place that has all the things that you want without taking any spots that are pretty popular. Now, the base area that I was looking for is in the redwoods. There is a little water area over here. It's also very cold here, which it looks like, oh, well, the cold went away, but my health was starting to go down, and my stamina is pretty low. So I'll try to get to my spot quickly and put down my bed. Now I'm flying over the trees, so that way I don't run the risk of getting knocked off my bird by a Thylaco. And once I found my spot, I will just go straight down. And it is foggy. I will have to deal with terror birds, as they like to hang out in the redwoods. But I can dispose of them pretty quickly. Okay, so this is pretty much the spot that I want to build. Once it clears up, I'll show you a little bit more, but it pretty much has this circular little lake here with lots of fish, and there is a really neat waterfall nearby. I also have a lot of the big trees that I can use for collecting tree sap and for making bases. But for now, I'm just going to build a square around this area so that way I can stay protected while I continue to build. So I'll clear out these rocks. Need to make sure that I stay close to my Argent in the event that something wants to try to turn me into a snack. I'll get a lot more wood from these trees too. Already I'm getting a lot of resources and I'm just on like a small little island in the redwoods. Alright, I think I've cleared out most of this. I don't know what is going on over there. It's a Gallimimus that's gotten stuck. I wonder if I can kill it to put it out of its misery? Nope, can't pick that one up. Alright. Let's clear out some of these bushes. So the stone behemoth gates are 7 foundations across and 12 foundations high. I think that T-Rex is a little bit too close for me to be down there quite yet. I wonder what its level is. It's a level 16. So, I mean, I can take it on the Argent, but if it sneaks up on me and takes a bite, I'm going to have a hard time. Alright, so let's make sure that the gates connect. Alright, we'll put them here. Get the bird out of the way. Where's that T-Rex? Oh, it's right there. Ooh, it's too close. It is fighting something, but they're coming straight for my base. Alright, hopefully it buggers off. Oh, it does have another target. Alright, I'll go down here real fast, or as fast as I can, and put the last gate down. Make sure that both the gates are connecting. Cool. And then I'll put the doors in, and now I should be fairly safe. Right in time. Ah, that T-Rex is outside of my gates. Somewhere. Or maybe it was that Carno that I heard. Looks like the T-Rex has wandered off. Yep, it's off fighting that thing. But that Stompy Stomp is probably that Carno. And a Terror Bird. Well, I'm pretty safe inside of here. Alright, well now that I have those set down, I can start building the foundations. I have 6 of them. So do I want to build out that way? Probably this way. They can't touch me. I feel pretty safe. I'll put down my bed. I'll probably put walls and ceilings up, but for now this will have to do. The bed is down and I will rename it. We'll call it Redwoods Base. All the animals that are ticked off that they can't get me. Okay. Alright. I have my storage set up. Making sure that they don't go over the line so that way I can put walls down, though I might put more foundations down to make my crafting area a little bigger. Alright, so this is the start of my permanent base. It's not very big, but at least I'm protected inside of here. Time to go get my things. Alright, so I'm going to speed this part up. I'm going to head back to the island. I'm going to grab my stuff, as much stuff as I can carry, and bring my animals. Okay, now that I'm home, I'm going to try to carry my animals. I did accidentally leave a bunch of stuff on my Argent, but I will have to deal with that. Now, the Argent has 2 methods of picking up dinosaurs. It has the C. If you hit C, it will grab with its beak and hold on to something. If you hit right click, it will grab larger animals like the Inky. So what I'll do is I'll go up to my Lystro, hit C, and now I have it in my mouth, which is kind of cool. Gotta check my weight to make sure that the Argent can carry all of this. The next one is I will grab the Inky. So now I have 2 animals, and with Flap Flap, I'll just whistle Flap Flap to follow me. So now I have all my animals, and I'll head back. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. Okay, I have made it to my small base in the Redwoods. It is nighttime, so it's kind of dark. I'm going to separate the animals out a little bit, as I don't really want them on top of my stuff. Okay, so they'll be safe here. Thylaco's typically have a hard time climbing not walls. They can climb walls really easily. The door frames, however, are a whole other story. It's big enough to protect against T-Rexes that wander through here. So now, now that I have a safe spot, I'm going to grab everything off of the Argent that I don't want to have on the Argent. Clear up some space so I can go back and get my stuff at the island. Now I'm going to have to take a couple of trips, but I will record maybe one trip back to Irby Island to grab my stuff, and then I think the rest of it I'm going to have to do off camera because it's going to be really boring. But yeah, basically from here, I will just bring all my stuff over using the Argent. So I'm going to speed this part up. Hopefully by the time I go over there and get back, it will be light out. Also, if you noticed through the footage, I was going along the beach because it's a little safer and I can land without having to worry about raptors and rexes and spinos and all kinds of things that might jump me while I'm trying to get my stamina back. So I will do that same thing. I'll head towards the beach where it's a little safer and then follow the beach until I get to Irby Island. So I'm going to speed it up right now. Okay, so I've made it back, and I'm going to start loading up my Argent. So once I've emptied something, I'm going to demolish it, so that way I can get the resources back. I shouldn't have too many resources, as I used most of them to make those behemoth gates. Let's see, I'll grab as much of this as I can. I'll make sure that my Argent isn't encumbered. The metal is going to be a little bit difficult. So I'll have to split it in half. Yeah, it's weighing down my Argent really fast. I think I might be able to carry that last stack. Yep. Now that this box is empty, I'll go ahead and demolish this box. There we go. Put all of the resources on the Argent. Might be able to carry a little more, but I don't want to risk it. Alright, let's head back. Okay, so I've made it back to my redwoods base, and I'm going to try to pull everything off the Argent. I think for now I'm just going to put everything into here and sort it out later. Awesome. So I probably have a couple more trips to make back and forth until I can start breaking down those boats. I might keep the taming boat because that's still pretty useful, but the original houseboat, once I get everything off of it, I won't need that boat anymore. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.